Here now, Youngwei Koo to get us started. Off we go from Vegas. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, it's Penix. Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he is going to bring this one back game. A pick six for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for six.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Plant. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time. It's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
We are through. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Penix. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off.
Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Raiders get back in it. It is 21-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Quick throw, taken in. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. Left side in the hands of London. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Penix. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. Whose kick is good. And the Falcons have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Now, deep ball for London. He is in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. On is Koo for the point after. He knocked it through. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 3rd down, Penix. This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. And And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big play there for the Falcons. A gain of 48.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Atlanta. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Falcons. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons add on to their already sizable lead. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one caught by the back, out of the back. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But this is taken in by a teammate. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Putting the tight end in motion. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll look to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
This caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He fumbled the football. One of the Raiders has got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And we talk about the points of pressure, and the biggest thing...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they're going to work this down in...
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that will lead to a 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Raiders send their punt team out as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 24-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. It'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. For the 5th time, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Algier. Room to run at the 30. He's to midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Up the middle they go. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down. They run over center with Robinson. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
And just a short pickup there to the 35. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. On the give, it's Robinson. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Room to run past midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pick